Hi, Bill here. It's Monday, November 20th, and I wanted to give you a little update on my parasite purge, I guess we're calling it. So this is day 5, so I've got 4 days behind me on this herbal parasite uh, treatment with the herbal concoction that I showed you in the last video. And I guess before we go any further in this one, I may as well give the standard, you know, disclaimers, I guess you call them. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional of any kind. I'm only showing you, what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do to help heal from Lyme and co-infections. And so don't try this at home. But anyhow, yeah, I just wanted to, make sure you all know that, don't do anything like this without, doing your research and checking in with your doctor, stuff like that. So this is going to be another TMI video. So anybody that doesn't like to hear about parasites and worms and stuff like that, you might not want to watch this, and I might even show a picture or two. We'll see. So what I've been doing this herbal Booner's uh, herbal protocol for intestinal parasites, and it's an 8-day protocol with the herbs that I showed you in the last video. I won't go over that again, but as I said in the last one, these things are pretty strong tasting, pretty bitter, pretty horrible tasting, to put it mildly. Um, so what I've been doing, I make my tea out of it, and it's that time of day. I'm doing another round of it right now as we speak. So what I do is it's really bitter, and I right away chase it with my herbal tincture uh, cocktail that I'm taking nowadays too. And as you'll probably all noticed before, my teeth keep getting stained black by a lot of this stuff I take. So then I chase it with my carrot water kefir to kind of wash all that down. So, and I just keep repeating, and it takes me a little while to get that down. That stuff, like I said, I probably put a most of a packet of stevia. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced in that, and that's not all herbal tincture in there. That's got pomegranate juice in it, and I'm not sure if I've spoken about that in any of my other videos or not. So I take a good amount of Booner's protocols for Lyme and Bartonella right now with a lot of his herbal tinctures, and I put it in pomegranate juice. I like the taste of pomegranate juice for one thing, but I found out some other things about it that are interesting. I may as well talk about real quick here right now. Um, Pomegranate juice is antimicrobial. It's antibacterial, and I found that out kind of by mistake. As you know, I make a lot of this water kefir and kombucha, and I put different um, organic juices in there to flavor it and also to carbonate it in the bottle. And what happened was, herbal tinctures, Bruner recommends you take them with this pomegranate juice. I thought, okay, fine, that's fine by me. I love the taste of it. Well, I tried to put some of that pomegranate juice in with my kombucha and my kefir, and it wouldn't carbonate. It would not recarbonate in the bottle. And I was like, what is going on here? So then I started reading in Booner's book about it, and he says it's antibacterial and antiviral and antifungal, and not super strongly so, but it is. And so it was keeping it basically would kill off the cultures in my kombucha and my water kefir, so they would not recarbonate, would not, second ferment in the bottle. So that was an interesting, way to find that out. So I started reading more about pomegranate juice, and it is highly, good for a lot of that stuff. And it's got a lot of vitamins in it. It's got a lot of anti-inflammatory compounds in it, so it's really good for you. So I highly recommend anybody, drinks pomegranate juice. And the one thing a lot of people might be a little concerned about pomegranate juice you know, you want to get obviously the best, not, you want to try to find organic and stuff that's not, not got anything added to it. And it does have, a fair amount of sugar to it, so a lot of people might be concerned about candida, but another property of it is it's, like I said, it's antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal, so it'll actually kill candida to a certain extent, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So anyhow, I just thought I would mention that real quick. So on to the worms. So after one day of this herbal treatment, the following day, after a whole day of taking that tea, I noticed, I'm going to say a couple or a few parasites, worms. Again, TMI video here. That's all there is to it. And us Lyme people, we get beyond TMI after a while. Anybody else out there, I know we talk about this stuff like it's nothing after a while. So, fair warning again. I'm going to talk about it here. After the first day, I noticed a few parasites, kind of like what I have before in the past. Whenever I first started doing coffee enemas, as I said. After the second day, I noticed more. It was more and more of them. And after the third day, I had a lot. And I may as well just say it like I said, TMI here, looked like my poop was more than half worms that day. It was incredible. I'd never seen that many at one time. And I did, fish around and to see what was in there. And one of the worms was like at least 10 inches long, long and thin. But I haven't even looked up to see what all, species these things are. I don't know much about that yet, but I'll definitely be looking into that after seeing what I've been seeing. And then today, after 4 days of treatment, I had less. There was still some in there, but there was less than there was the previous 2 days. So I don't know if that means gotten purged out, or if it's just a little break, and I'll see more. I'll have to let you know how it goes. Like I said, I'm halfway through the 8 days as of yesterday. I completed 4 days, so halfway through the treatment. So I will let you know, and I think I might post a picture of what I saw on here. Nothing gross. I mean, it's just a couple worms on a paper plate. So I think I'll probably put that on here for you so you can kind of see what they look like. And as I said, us Lyme people, we do some stuff and talk about some stuff that if you told me 2 years ago I'd be talking about some of this stuff, I would have said you're crazy. We're doing some of this stuff that I do, detox baths with all kinds of oils in them, and coffee enemas, and now this. Whatever it takes to get better. Again, and I'll say again, just make sure you're careful when you try to do some of this stuff, that you make sure what you're doing, and consult with your doctor with all that, and I'll keep you updated on what's going on with this, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm going to show worms now, so you've been warned. Fair warning, if you don't want to see anything like that, turn the video off now. In 3, 2, 1, 0. So there we go. That's a couple of what, among many that I had that one day that I said there was a lot. So, yep, pretty gross, but better out than in.